YouTube. Sure, call it morning. It's 5:35 in the evening here, but oh well. Today I wanted to talk about, yes, I know it's old news and still, the Jerry Sandusky and Penn State with all that whole scandal. I was eating breakfast this morning and I happened to glance down at yesterday's newspaper. Yeah, I don't read the newspaper, and I just happened to see an article I wanted to talk. So in this article, the governor of Pennsylvania, where I live, Tom Corbett, I really hope I pronounced that right, has announced that he's going to sue the NCAA because of this whole issue with their penalty against Penn State. Part of the NCAA sanctions, which were agreed to by the university in July, included a $60 million fine that would be used nationally to finance child abuse prevention grants. Fair enough. Later it goes on to and lists the rest of the punishments, like forfeiting all of Joe Paterno's wins since the start of the accident. I'm not talking about that. I want to talk about what the article is talking about. In the article, it mentioned that Penn State has already paid off about 12 million of it, and the NCAA is trying to figure out what to do with it. So about a quarter of it was going to be going to stuff inside the state. And Governor Tom Corbett's issue with this problem is he's arguing that all the money should go to prevention centers inside the state. None of it should be put outside the state. And I kind of feel like that's a fair point. But then there was another article today. Today's article is mainly about what Governor Corbett is suing them for. He lists that he is suing the NCAA for, and this is what the article says, asked that a federal judge throw out the sanctions, which include unprecedented $60 million fine and a 4-year ban on bowl games, arguing that the measures have harmed the students, business owners, and others who had nothing to do with Sandusky's crime. And then the article goes on to talk about, is this going to affect politics? But I just wanted to talk about the situation. Personally, I try to avoid getting into politics because it's just a big mess. And I say go for it, but at the same time, I also am very unresearched with these. So apparently, the article does say Tom Corbett has waited until now to announce the lawsuit, as opposed to when the sanctions were originally stated, because Tom Corbett was on the board of trustees and had agreed to them, but he wanted to research the legal issues and didn't want to interfere with the football season itself. So this is all going to happen, and I'm actually probably going to follow along with this one now. It seems pretty interesting what might happen with that. But I wanted to talk about, again, with the politics and how we as a country view them. As I had stated earlier, the article, when I had read the article this morning, at one point in the article it mentioned a person and then listed them as a Republican. And then I'm thinking, okay, now everyone's going to go, oh, he's a Republican, therefore, and since I'm a Democrat, I can't follow that viewpoint. That's what I think needs to really stop in our country. Too many times we are focused on thinking how others are different. We just need to get along, please. How hard is it to get along with somebody? Who cares if they're a different they have different political views, they're a different gender, they're a different sex, same thing. They're a different race. None of that matters. Everybody has the capability of coexisting. Why can't we do that? John Green of the Vlogbrothers had mentioned in an earlier video, a couple months ago, that Congress is arguing for the sake of arguing. They both sides of Congress recognize that there's a problem and there is a better way to solve the problem, However, if they were to go with that, one side of the party is then going to get heckled for allowing that to go through, and the other same deal. So they continued to argue for the sake of arguing. It needs to stop. We as a country cannot function if we're constantly arguing for the sake of arguing. Okay, that is my opinion on it, and I'm really looking forward to this because now, yay, vlogging begins, and now let the political debates begin in the comments. Fun. In other news, I am in the process of getting a new camera, so yay, and it comes tomorrow, so my next video will be filming with that. Awesome, because I am still on my laptop, and as you can see, it's blurry.